Life has been kicking my butt lately. I want to curse, but I'm still within the first 30 seconds of the video, and I feel like that'll cause some issues, so I'm not gonna for right now. There might be cursing later on. We'll see. I haven't posted in a while because the last few months have been a whirlwind of life. Getting a second job, quitting the first one, family chaos, trying to save money but can't because, again, life. And not making much progress on Aleena because I've had a lot of reworking, rewriting within the last period, but we'll get into all of this throughout the video. Real quick, my name is Bella Reve. I'm an aspiring author currently working on my debut novel, temporarily titled Aleena. It is an adult fantasy romance set in a college, more so focusing on the romance aspect than it is the fantasy aspect. It's more like a regular romance book set in a fantasy world. Mostly. First, we'll go into the 3 aspects of my life, and then we'll go into how I'm going to try to fix things and things moving forward. The main one being this channel. But first, I need coffee. First off, Aleena. When I started the series 6 Months to Change My Life, that was back in July, I believe, and I had hoped to be a lot farther along with Aleena at this point being October 24th, because my original intention was to publish Aleena by the end of this year. And I realized very quickly that that's not going to happen. I am not a fast writer. There's so much chaos going on in my life, and for some reason, the universe has cursed my family, and when we start to get in a routine of things, something happens to completely fuck everything up. But anyways, Aleena was in a standstill for quite a while because I got stuck at a certain point and I couldn't quite figure out what I needed to do next. Basically, I was struggling with the balancing of the friendship and romance between Aleena and Darren and the actual antagonist plotline because they feel like 2 different things. It starts in a fantasy world of a romance, contemporary almost romance story in college, and then it transitions into a normal, what you would think of when it comes to fantasy romance type story. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's been a while since I filmed. And so I was having trouble with the transition period, and I think I've figured it out. I'm not sure. When I do beta reading, we'll see. But anyways, this meant that I had to basically rewrite and rework 5 to 7 chapters. I'm still in that process. Months later, I'm still in that process, but I'm getting through it. Slowly but surely, in between my job and life stuff, which I'll get into later, I am slowly getting through the project. Luckily, it's more so moving things around. The dialogue hasn't really changed much. It's the descriptions around the dialogue that have changed. That does mean that there is a lot of rewrites, but the main structure of the story and these sections and how things flow has not changed, which is great. I feel like I'm rambling because I haven't filmed in a while, but we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'm not publishing Aleena in this year. It's likely going to be early next year, and I think if I can get everything worked out, it'll be hopefully by July of next year. I would love to aim for February and be able to publish this romance fantasy book around Valentine's Day, but I'm not sure. Truthfully, this is a college-based story and Aleena is starting college, so truthfully, August probably would have been the best time to publish it, but I don't know if I want to wait until August or if it will take until August to get everything that I want done. We'll see. If that's the case, then it all works out great and I can publish around the start of college and start of school and all of that, but I am hoping to get this published as soon as possible without affecting the quality. Now we'll move on to the second part, which is life and family. A little while ago, I inherited this beautiful wooden desk. It's gorgeous, but it is huge. And because I wanted to make this desk work, I kind of had to rearrange my entire room. That might have messed up the angle because I had to take a phone call. Let's see, where was I? And then, probably mid to late August, was it August? Nope, September. Mid to late September, my 81-year-old grandmother fell fractured something in her leg. I don't quite remember how that went. Needed surgery, and now she's home with all the physical therapy that we have to do and taking care of her, and I'm exhausted because I'm now a caregiver, which is a lot. It's a lot of taking care of her. I love her so much. I really do, and I'm so glad that she is okay. She's actually doing very well when it comes to like progress-wise. She just went for a follow-up appointment with the doctor that did her surgery, and she's doing very, very well. It's now going to be a hard road of physical therapy to get her back to around where she was when she fell. But we will see. The chaos with the surgery, the time in the hospital, her in the care facility, and then now home. It's been just over a month. Oh my God, it's only been a month since she fell. It feels like it's been 6 months. We'll move on to the third thing, which is job and money. When I started my 6 months to change my life series, I had one job working for a part-time retail position. Now I got maybe 12 hours a week was about the average. And then I got a second job. Now I got the second job, when did I get that job? Mid to late August actually. Sometime in August I got the second job. Now this job offered me, I think I got about 25 to 30 hours in that range with them. So I went from 12 hours a week to close to full time. And that is a huge jump because I had been on the 12-hour period for a long time. And I'm not saying I couldn't do it. I'm saying it was a huge difference and my body was struggling to get used to it. So the other issue that I had is I was trying to balance the work hours to where I get a day off a week. Now, because I was getting my schedule in order with the two jobs, I had periods of time where I was working every day for like over a week, closer to 2 weeks. One point was 10 days straight, and then another was like 14 days straight. Most days were one shift a day, but there were days that I had double shifts working both jobs in that day, and it was very hard balancing it. And then my grandmother fell, and I realized I couldn't do both. So I ended up quitting the first job because they offered me less hours and they weren't as consistent. Ironically, in the holiday season, they dropped my hours and they basically cut them in half. So I have no idea what was going on with that. I think it had to do with them hiring extra people for the holiday season. It was difficult to manage. Anyways, my other job, the one that is now my only job, it is also a retail job, but they give me a minimum of 15 hours a week and a maximum of 29. Now, I've been working closer to the 29-hour range, which is really good. I'm loving the paychecks I'm getting from that job. They do pay me bi-weekly, not weekly, which is a little bit irritating because my last job was weekly, but it's fine. It's okay. The problem is with the money aspect. Not because I'm not getting enough, but because there are so many bills that need to be paid between me and my mom that I haven't really been able to save anything. I need to save money to pay for a cover artist and the formatting and character art because I need that for the novel, not because of... My book has winged creatures, but they are not humans with wings. They are somewhat bird adjacent. And so their features are not solely human. They are not fully human. And I think in order to get that across, I need to get character art, especially printed in the novel, even if it's just one page. And it's just going to take money. So that's part of the reason why it's going to take me a while to get the book published. It's because of the money aspect. Right now, I'm focusing on helping my mom get us out of a bad financial situation, so that I can then start using my money to pay for these things. But again, it's going to take some time. Hopefully within the next 2 to 4 months, I can start having a savings account and I can start getting ready to pay for these things, but we'll see. Anyways, we're going to move on to the next section, which is future plans. And this is a little bit chaotic because I don't quite know what's going to happen. But I'm hoping to set up this YouTube channel for the potential. When it comes to a plan for social media, especially YouTube, I don't really have one other than posting weekly. It's more so going to be I'm testing things out and seeing how they do, and then making changes based off of that, based off of how I'm feeling, based off of the chaos with my family, based off of how you guys, the viewers, react to everything. We'll see. Because life got crazy, I had to put my YouTube channel on the back burner, especially with the 2 jobs. But now I'm kind of getting into a rhythm with things. With my grandmother being home, with my schedule for work, I can kind of predict and plan for things daily. So I'm hoping to work around that with my YouTube channel. We'll see. Now, as for that 6 months to change my life series, it's ending, because I can't keep up with it. And I realized within the last few months why I couldn't keep up with it. My life changes week to week and sometimes day to day. One day will be somewhat okay with a lot of time to film, and the very next day I will have so much going on that I can't film, I can't script, I can't write, I can't do anything other than dealing with the chaos in my life. And then the day after that, I kind of have to use it as like a recharge day of not doing anything to get my energy back. So I'm readjusting the way that I was doing my YouTube channel. I was trying to do series videos because series do well on YouTube, but that doesn't work for my life. So instead, I'm gonna do individual videos that I can do one-off. I'm going to keep them short. I'm going to keep them concise as much as possible. And I will be doing one video at a time. Hopefully I can film Monday through Tuesday and then edit Wednesday through Thursday and post on Fridays. We will see how that goes. I would like to post on Fridays, but I'm not sure. This video, alongside the other 2 videos that I'm putting out with it, will not be posted on Friday. These ones will be posted on Monday. I'm going to try to film early next week because today is Friday, so they won't go up today. But I'm going to try to film early next week and see if I can get a video out on Friday and then consistently have videos coming out every Friday. I'm not sure. We'll see how this goes. I'm not going to promise any types of videos, any writing related videos, book related videos, life related videos. I'm going to film and discuss things that I can, but I have no idea what they will look like, how long they will be, and if it will make any sense. It's gonna be a lot of planning and, not a lot, it's gonna be a lot of thinking up ideas week of or week before and doing it week by week. And if I have to skip a week because life got crazy, that's the way that it is. But we'll see. I don't know. The 6 months to change my life series kind of split my focus into 12 different things. And I really need to narrow that down into more 5 things. That's a little bit more manageable. And because I'm narrowing it down, I can spend more time on each task. YouTube, Aleena, and my writing, my family, work, friends. These are basically the general 5 things that I'm going to be doing. I might try to do a creative task every so often, but I have no idea. Hopefully this all works out and the universe every so often will throw me a break. But now that I say that, I feel like something crazy is going to happen and I'm going to have to deal with that. That's a whole we'll discuss that next week thing if something does happen. I'm trying to keep my plan as loose as possible so I can adjust as needed. But anyways, that's how life is going. Please let me know in the comments how your life is going and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.